Juanita. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. You're usually always the first one in the chat. Hello. We got a very gloomy graveyard here. Uh-oh, that's my mom's name. Kelly. I got it right. Good. Hope you're having a great day. Happy Father's Day. I'll be calling my old man when I get off this live stream. I usually like to wait till he's done dinner. Annually. We got someone in a little tent over there. Their doggo. Cooling off in the shade there. And I'm just walking over the Danforth Bridge. That's what I call it. Another beautiful breezy day. Sunny, breezy, not too hot, it's not raining. Can't really ask for more. So I'm gonna make it over the bridge, go up Greek Village a bit. A lot of these views are obstructed, obviously due to the massive collage of trees. And once again, I have vertigo. I can look down a bit. But that's about as far as I'm going to go. '94B Wellesley bus. See an ice cream truck heading somewhere. Once it hits Broadview, there's a lot of suburban areas where they can deliver ice cream. That's usually where they reside. Certainly not usually on main streets. And passing by Castle Frank Station here. Got a nice little private residential street down here. I've actually done a moving job for one of the houses way at the end there a few years back. It's very nice and very expensive to live there. A lot of privacy, obviously, which is very important. And yeah, great day to cycle, jog, be on a scooter, whatever. And I believe this is a private art school. It's a high school, I think. Private it is. All protected by trees and has a gate. I'm not sure what time they close them, but the guy's brakes are very lousy. Makes a very unpleasant, high-pitched noise. And we're about to have a great view of the DVP approaching soon. Outside Prince Edward Viaduct Parkette. Cool. Motorcyclists with no fear, weaving through traffic. Trojan Elf Explorer. Oh, that's hilarious, man. You know, people are so eager to give out tickets nowadays, it wouldn't surprise me, man. Oh, man. That guy isn't even in the bike lane. It's an e-cyclist going up the road there. There's a clear path right here for him, and he just ignored it and went the other way. What an idiot. Stupid is as stupid does, I guess. When he keeps doing that, he'll have to learn the hard way. This school really extends here. You have kind of this path that goes down underneath. And of course the bridge is starting. So I can look in this direction, but I think you get much more of a view. And I see, please tell me these aren't Palestine protesters. It almost seems like a protest march across the street, so I'm glad I'm on this side. Dodged a bullet there. And I can hear one of the Line 2 trains underneath me. Of course, this is the bridge they pass through underneath. Yeah, definitely glad I chose this side of the street. Anyways, I'm gonna go over here. I'll keep my opinions to myself. Pretty breezy. There's a nice bike path down there. And I'm pretty sure all you're hearing right now is breeze after breeze. I'll keep going through. The music part is gone at least. Hope that doesn't give me another copyright strike. It's kind of hard to get through past the bars here. I literally have to put my camera like right here. Make it through the bars. This person is like ringing the heck out of the bell, and I'm not sure why. And I feel another train, I feel the vibration. So during the fall, there's a long stretch of a lot of these trees that turn, well, fall colors, yellow, red, orange. Very beautiful. Yeah, very nice view. And I love me some good old train tracks, of course. And I've tried this before. I'll attempt it again. There is an outlook. I believe it's the last post on the right hand side there, so here's the one I was talking about. How do I do this? First of all, how good of a view can I get with my own eyes? Press to listen. Listen to what? It's a little old-fashioned. This has probably been here since 40s, but you can look through here and get sort of a view. Yeah, I can. So there we go. I can see the CN Tower. So I'm gonna try to put my camera through the lens of this. I'm gonna expect the worst, but hope for the best. This is very tricky and very hard to do. So you know what? I'm gonna take off my gimbal. Gimbal just makes it more complicated. So if I go into here, you can go through the light. Very tricky to do though. Yeah, this isn't working out too well, is it? Because I can clearly see the CN Tower on the other side, but every time I try, it's an epic fail. In the cinematic mode, it makes it a little bit more, even more difficult. I'm gonna give one last attempt. If I fail, then I'm sorry. At least I tried, folks. I keep swinging all over the place. No, that was just a complete waste of everyone's time. I'm sorry. I promise you, though, I do see the CN Tower. I was able to do it before, but I think cinematic mode really interferes with a lot of things, so I'm just going to put this back on. My apologies, folks. Yeah. Epic fail. Back on stabilization mode here. I was working your thing. Yeah. Sorry about that. Well, it's the smallest little islands, and it's pretty much virtually impossible to get that. I've done it before when I wasn't on cinematic mode, but oh well. So again, you have a nice little river going along here. Power lines along here. And of course you got the DVP, which is moving pretty efficiently. Traffic's moving pretty efficiently, so. This person's carrying an obviously for sun issues. It is acceptable to use an umbrella during a very sunny day. But if you're really that sensitive to the sun, maybe wear some sunglasses as well. Speaking of sunglasses, I'm putting mine back on. Yeah, that sucks. I really wanted to get that view, but I could see the CN Tower through those lenses, I do promise you. That's a pretty cool Firebird or Trans Am. Like an old school 80s one with a very cool tint of blue. So I am approaching Broadview. This fire hydrant has definitely seen better days. Pizza has been here for as long as I can remember. Even when I was a kid, like in the 90s, it was still there. Wanna honk again? Yeah, fuck you too. I had the right of way, it said go, so. Just road rage, everyone. So a lot of people just chilling. Great patio setup here, I like that. Danforth Music Hall approaching. Wonder who's playing for this month. Huge Shoppers Drug Mart across the street. Alright, let's see what the lineup is here. I can probably guarantee I've probably heard of none of them. So we have June 17th. Make sure it's struck by a cyclist here. Radica Das Stores, nope. June 20th, Be Young, nope. Murder by Death, nope. Graduation Day, nope. The Budo Span, nope. And the Cat Empire, yep. Never heard of one of those acts, but you know. There's a much bigger list here. Okay, I've heard of Jim Norton, Tom Morello, Jojo Siwa. On this side. The majority of these people I do not know, I have to say. Maybe I'm out of touch. Maybe I'm living in the past, man. At least there's a tribute to Johnny Cash. I've heard of Johnny Cash at least. We have a bake shop that is literally just called Dough. Definitely to the point. Seems almost Christmassy. Like tinsel on a Christmas tree that's turned into a weird vine. I don't even know how to describe this, but it's definitely a unique thing to see. Kingfish is the blues guitarist. He's worth seeing. Okay. Maybe in the back of my mind I've heard of him, but nothing that comes to the top of my head. But then again, there's a lot of people I have not heard of. I'm constantly asked by a lot of associates, you know, have you heard of this? Have you heard of that? I'm like, nope, I'm living under a rock apparently. Speaking of music, we have a record shop here. Something you do not see much of at all, of course, considering how outdated they are, but it's vintage classic gold, as everyone knows. Boss Skaggs, I know who that is. Moody Blues. Bunch of Moody Blues. I guess it's all $1 records, 15 for $10. Gordon Lightfoot. This is a great one, Sundown. One of my dad's personal favorites is Sundown. I'm not going to go through every one, but that's definitely a rare thing to see. That's what I love about Danforth. Very miscellaneous. Mostly business, obviously, but not these huge corporations besides the one we see across the street, you know. You see some little hidden gems hidden here, there, and everywhere the more you look. Walker Live. Welcome, Bob. NY Upstate Bob in the house. And happy Father's Day, of course. Yeah, I've been doing a lot more live streams than I have pre-records lately. There was a bit of controversy in a pre-record I did yesterday, resulting me in having to delete it, but you know, I will deal with things accordingly. And yeah, dog dad. I'm a cat dad, so we unite that way, and we have some shuttle buses going on. Not that that's really surprising. With the TTC, there always seems to be something happening pretty much on a weekly basis, resulting in shuttle buses. So I actually rely more on the GO train if it takes me to a station that's reasonably within the area. I find them usually to be pretty quick and efficient. Look at the graffiti on this truck. Even on the front. Isn't that the cutest little horn? It sounds like a kitten mewing. On delivery. All right, what are they delivering? Fentanyl? Thanks, Kurt. Yeah, honestly, they're usually on time, rarely delayed, and it can get crowded on the go, just like anywhere, but I don't know, I find there to be a lot less crazies on the go. There's not nearly enough security on the TTC, to be honest. The amount of dangerous people they're having increasingly by the year. Really, Bob? You know so much about the Danforth that it's been there for that long. That's funny, because if it's been parked there for that long, wouldn't it be towed by now? Or if it's someone, you know, making rounds and reparking there. Dude. So many unanswered questions. All right, I don't know why, but I'm gonna impulsively cross the street here. Got about a good 30 minutes before I call my old man. Thank you for bringing me into this world. Now we have another walk tuber. I usually go to the middle one, Kurt. I like kind of like, it has less people. I usually go to like the side view, usually on the right hand side. Square Boys, yes. I have a history with them, but on a Sunday I'm sure mildly busy, and we have a bark off between two small little Shih Tzus almost. The one in the distance is more the aggressor, and he was like the defendant. He's like, what did I do? You little yip. Uh-oh, copyright. No, not really. Takes a while through text and messages. Vasily sent me a message on, well, it was a message on one of my videos that I kind of took out of context, so. Yes, please subscribe. Please, thank you. At least get me to 200. And then, you know, I'll just work from there. I like that guy's shirt, pretty cool. It's like a cowboy on a horse or something. Why do they call them cowboys when they're always riding on horses? Shouldn't they call them horse boys? H. Hill, welcome to the chat. I hear you're going to be starring in a reboot soon. You're going to have Bobby and Peggy with you. Yes, apparently I have 365 days, Bob, to have 3,000 watch hours. And I'm only at 600, so that's not good. I'm pretty sure I'm halfway into the year. I don't think I'll make it. Got a nice little market here. Blueberries. They're not wild, but it's 2 for $7. That's not too bad. Or 2 for $6. Tell you what. Appreciate that. Just put me on, but then if you have YouTube Premium, you don't have to put up with all the commercials, right? Yes. A lot of areas here are iconic. And look at this. What a great place to dine for everyone here on a beautiful Sunday evening. Everyone's just having a nice dine out here. Go ahead, sir. Pretty nice. Fox and Fiddle here. Yeah, sorry, I missed your comment there, Trojan. In fact, you are now a moderator. Congratulations. Yeah, the longest stream I've done was maybe an hour and a half. You know, my pre-records are usually around the 35-minute mark, but I will extend, I know. There are people like Henry or Liam that have done epic runs, 10 hours plus. I was gonna appear in Liam's stream on Friday, but I was so preoccupied with so many things. I said I might show up, but I unfortunately was not able to. So maybe in the near future, I'll make an epic stream. Maybe I'll post it a week in advance. Who knows? An epic stream for me would be like 4 hours. Probably not to the like 8-hour, 10-hour thing. That's a little too crazy. I would need multiple power banks. But I think 4 hours for me would be an epic stream for sure. And just endless cuisine. With some, you know, places like Kids and Stuff Plus and toy stores and mobile clinics in between. Grooming store for dogs. And we got an infamous Starbucks that I've been to a few times. What time is it? 5:43. So I think this stream has about 20 minutes left. I will need to use the facilities and call my pops. Hey Papa, happy Father's Day. Pretty nice looking for a beautiful street here. Go Avenue? But it could be Cough. Goff. Like, you know, Cough is pronounced the same way, only with the C, so what do I know? I think I'll go up. Well, Pape is a bit of a shit show, isn't it? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go south of Pape. I think I'll make it to Girard. There's a kid jogging with me. He's doing pretty well. He's keeping the cardio up. That was cute. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go down south to Girard, and I'll just catch a streetcar back home from there. So I'll just loop around. Sorry, I haven't been really keeping up with the chat here. No bulls will be harming them. You know, I stay away from bulls. I know better, Bob. Bob stumbles. You two could have your own podcast together, Kurt and Bob. That's a pretty cute family there. Just, well, all these kids almost seem the same age. It's like 4 different kids, and maybe ages like 1 to 7. All right, south of Pape I go. Breakfast Club, right, Bob? I got you, you're mine. I know my boomer terms, I know my references. I'm 35, but I probably have more of the mind of a boomer than I do a millennial. I'm both, of course, but this guy's shorts. Hilarious. Now I'm walking against the wind. Honorary Gen X, thank you. I really do appreciate that. The second I take a turn, it goes from all business to residential. And it will be the same way northbound. Pape. Yes, unfortunately, I've attached both the gimbal and my Bose headphones to Bluetooth, but neither of them have a wind canceling effect apparently. So we have an electric BMW. Nice. And a car with a spoiler. Ford Bronco. She's like the way. Oh my god. There's a lot of people, like especially Zoomers, that would not understand these references, but you're hilarious, both of you. Wind beneath my wings, yeah. Well, everyone did in the late 80s, early 90s, Bob. It was the coolest thing, you know, rev your engine as much as possible. Make sure to wake everyone up at 2 a.m. Like, if you don't wake up everyone at 2 a.m. revving your engine, are you even like deserving to have spoilers in your car? Come on. Yes, he is. He definitely is. Go, Bobo. Very nice, pleasant street. Honestly. Traffic isn't too heavy, and there's not too much of a pedestrian gridlock either. Seems like that kid was learning how to ride a bike. I'm not sure I'd want to start going uphill though, because it definitely is uphill from here. Oh, that wind is getting annoying. I'm getting closer and closer towards Girard here. I think I'm going to loop around and probably just end it there as I make a quick call and then head my way back towards home before work tomorrow. Dingwall Avenue. I always found that to be a very funny name. Hello, Harjot. Welcome, happy Sunday. Yeah, dig a swell. Could be that. Nice old-fashioned Mercedes Benz there. The street is very enjoyable to walk down. We got some discarded books by Tess Gerritsen and a couple of couch pillows. Got a closed I don't know what kind of store this is. Miscellaneous. It's kind of creepy. Edgar Allan Poe, I believe. Yeah. What you see is what you get. Alrighty then. Yeah. You always see something unique. I feel like Pape has a lot of unique little nooks like that. All right, I think it's probably appropriate to end it here. Yeah, but that's one person's storage unit, Bob. Like, I don't know. To have like a glass storefront, I guess half of it was kind of covered, but definitely strange. Okay, so it's pretty much 6 and I have to make that call, so I will make probably a live stream within a few days or so. So, where can I get a face mask, punching bag, and a black flamingo? Yeah, it's the book. Pretty much. Thank you to everyone for watching. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Kurt. Thank you, Trojan, and everyone else. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening. And yeah, take care of yourselves, and I will definitely see you in the next one. Walker out.